did your child do that you weren't allowed to be proud of? My 7-year-old daughter Emma got expelled from summer camp for destruction of property. The camp director's voice was shaking with rage when she called me at work. Miss Rodriguez, you need to come immediately. Emma has completely destroyed our community garden project. I left my meeting and raced over, my mind spinning. As a single mom working 2 jobs, that $400 weekly fee for Camp Sunshine was bleeding me dry. Emma had begged to go. She'd promised to be good. When I arrived, I found Emma sitting outside the director's office. She was covered head to toe in black soil. Her blonde hair was streaked with mud, dirt caked under every fingernail. Her camp t-shirt destroyed. She sat there with her chin raised defiantly and she wasn't crying. Emma, what happened? I asked, kneeling beside her. She looked at me straight in the eye. I didn't destroy anything. Mom, I fixed it. The director, Mrs. Patterson, emerged with a tablet of photos. The before pictures showed a pristine garden with neat rows of colorful flowers arranged by height and color. The after photos looked like a tornado had hit. Flowers uprooted, soil scattered everywhere, plants relocated seemingly at random. 6 weeks of work, Mrs. Rodriguez. The children were so proud of their sections. Now look at this mess. Other parents started arriving, their faces showing varying degrees of anger and embarrassment as they collected their muddy children. I recognized the Hendersons. Their daughter Madison always wore designer clothes to camp. The Johnsons drove the brand new Tesla, the kind of parents who posted perfect family photos on social media. Emma, I said quietly, I need you to explain exactly what happened. She looked up at me with those serious brown eyes, making her look so much older than 7. Mom, they have this point system. Kids who follow all the rules and get gold stars get to plant in the sunny spots with the good soil. Kids who get in trouble have to use the shady corner. Mrs. Patterson nodded approvingly. We believe in rewarding good behavior and teaching consequences through natural outcomes. But Marcus got put in the shade corner just because he stutters and takes longer to answer questions during circle time. Emma continued, her voice getting stronger. And Aisha got put there because she doesn't speak English very well. And David got put there because he's in a wheelchair and couldn't help with some of the physical activities. I felt my stomach tighten. Go on, sweetheart. Marcus planted tomatoes because his dad is deployed in Afghanistan, and he wanted to grow something to send him pictures of. But nothing grows in that corner, Mom. The shade is too thick, and the soil is terrible because that's where they dump all the old mulch. Emma's eyes started to well up, but she pushed forward. His tomatoes were dying. Every day he'd water them and talk to them, and every day they got smaller and sadder. Yesterday he cried because he wanted to make his dad proud. The other parents were shifting uncomfortably now. Mrs. Patterson's righteous expression was starting to crack. So what did you do, baby? I asked. I dug up all the pretty flowers from the sunny spots. I moved them to the shady corner. They don't need sun as much as vegetables do. Then I took Marcus's tomatoes and Aisha's peppers and David's herbs, and I planted them where they belonged, in the sunshine, in the good soil, where they could actually grow. One of the other mothers gasped. Those were our children's flowers. Madison spent weeks arranging her section. Emma turned to face her. Flowers are pretty, but vegetables feed people. Marcus's dad is fighting in a war. Madison's dad sells insurance. She paused. Which one do you think matters more? I had to bite my lip hard to keep from grinning. Mrs. Patterson was furious. Emma deliberately disrupted 6 weeks of careful planning. This was about teaching children that good behavior has rewards and poor behavior has consequences. What happened to the plants she moved? I finally asked. Mrs. Patterson hesitated. Well, the flowers are actually doing fine in the shade, and the vegetables in the sunny spots are thriving. So nothing was actually destroyed, I said slowly. Everything is growing better than before. 3 weeks later, I got a text from Marcus's mom with a photo. Marcus was holding up 2 massive red tomatoes, grinning from ear to ear. The message read, he video called his dad today. These were the first vegetables he's ever successfully grown. Thank Emma for us. The camp kept Emma's new garden layout. Mrs. Patterson never mentioned the point system again. That night, Emma asked me, are you mad I got expelled? No, baby, sometimes. Destruction is just reconstruction with better priorities. She thought about that. Mrs. Patterson said I wasn't allowed to be proud of what I did. I hugged her tightly. Well, I'm proud enough for both of us. And honestly, I've never been prouder.